Welcome to game night tonight for another game playthrough. We're going to be playing Scarabya. Scarabya? Scarabya. Scarab? Yeah. As always, I'm Brady Anderson. We have with us today Scuba Steve. As we are going to be explorers in our different realms, he's obviously going to be in the ocean. I'm going to be in the forests exploring, but we have the exact same boards, the exact same setup, as we're going to be playing through this to find the most scarabs. Hence, Scarabya. Scarabya.
Hey Steve, come upstairs, we're spitting on bugs.
Well, you're down in the water. I don't know how I'm supposed to go down there when you're upstairs.
I know, but that was with the quote.
It's fair.
That's good.
If you know that, comment below. So we've already got it set up. There's only a two-player. The way that it works is that everybody has an identical board, right? So we've got it exactly set up the exact same way. And we're just going to be going and trying to trap these scarabs into different, as they say, excavation sites. That's what they're called. Excavation sites of a max of 4 to actually be able to score. The first time I taught him this, I didn't say that the right way, so he took it as just make a huge space, and then as many scarabs are there, you get that many points. It's great. That's not how it works. So we're going to be going in here, we're going to be placing our Tetris-like tiles. Everybody's going to be working the same way, but it just depends on how we do it. So we're going to go ahead and show you. We're going to hop in right here. So it's everybody kind of takes turns at the same time. So the first thing here, we're going to flip this card. We're going to be starting with this piece. Now, you are not allowed to place the piece where it overlaps onto the border. You cannot go on any rocks, obviously. It doesn't work that way. And once you've placed your first piece, we'll get into the second piece once we're there. But for the time being, I think I'm going to go here. You good?
Go there.
Perfect. Okay. And we're flipping for our next one. So on this, it's kind of like Blockus, but it's not in the way that it is placed. So in Blockus, you would go diagonally off of the piece, right? In this, you actually have to be touching at least one side wherever you're placing it, okay? So you gotta make sure that you're doing that correct and then place your pieces accordingly. Now, I'm gonna place my piece here, which will, you continue to do yours, but I'm gonna explain what's happening here. I just locked in 4 spaces with 2 scarabs. That excavation site of 4 spaces means that each scarab is worth 4 points. If it was 3, it'd be worth 3, 2, 2, and 1, of course, would be 1. So I lucked out in getting 2 on that one.
Oh boy. This was not the piece I wanted to come next.
Well, Steve, you're getting a little foggy in there. You gotta get some windshield wipers or something like that. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know.
I can still see, it's fine. It's like, you know, when you have that first college car and the seam on the window isn't quite right.
It's terrible.
And then it like fogs up while you're driving, so you're driving doing this.
That, or you're like hanging out the window. Just...
Not all of us are that tall. I can see this guy on the sunroof.
Well, I run the risk of hitting my head against, you know, oncoming traffic, so I don't like that.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because it has to be touching, is I'm going to get this guy to go in a different direction here. Because I was going to try and corner off these squares here, but since that doesn't look like it's going to happen very readily, what I think I will do is that.
Perfect. And he didn't quarantine off any, so we're going to move on to our next. This piece always...
You don't like this piece.
I really do not like this piece, but I am okay with it right now. It's when it comes up later, because this is always randomized. The cards come out. You always shuffle those, so it comes out differently every single time. You've got your piece. All right, next, our big block here. Ooh, well, that's a fun one. Well, I'm going to go like that.
All right.
And as you see, he made a space of 4. So each of those scarabs is worth 4 as well. Moving on to our next piece, the giant L. All right. I'm going to do this. And I quarantined off 1 here. So my excavation site only gets 1 point for that one.
There.
But you cannot. It's not touching.
I could go there, but that would be really dumb.
Yeah, I'd block off 3 of them. I do not recommend.
You don't recommend it?
I mean, if you'd like to, you are more than welcome to.
There, that blocks off 2 of them. He's so quick at this.
You saw where that got me last time. I mean...
Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah, you killed me. He beat me by like 6 points, something like that.
Is that a lot in this game?
It's quite a bit. I mean, that's still like 3 scarabs, like 2 to 3 scarabs.
Yeah, I guess
Kind of depends on how many points you score in them.
Right. What if I did?
The fun thing about this game, though, is that it does go so quick. Like, you can do rapid rounds where you fire them off really quick. I've played this with my kids multiple times, and every single time we're easily under 15 minutes. So it's possible to make this game go down to 10 minutes. It just depends on how you're doing it. But it does have a solo mode, so it's 1 to 4 players, so it's kind of fun. All right, he has placed his piece. Moving on to our Z. Ooh, Z.
Oh boy.
Yes.
This is the piece that killed me last time.
I'm gonna go right here. Because I've done that, I have closed off a 3 right here, as well as 2 4s, because there's the 4 in that. Now the difference in the 1-player variant is you're trying to cover up the scarabs instead of creating spaces for them, because you are like the person who has hidden them and you don't want people to discover them. So you're the anti-explorer, I guess you could say.
It'd be really fun to have a variant to this where you get a place, there's like a card in there that lets you place one of yours on theirs.
Oh, that would be actually really fun. Let's start making games. We've played enough. We should.
You think we know how to do it by now, but then again, I've watched a lot of movies. I don't know if I can make one.
That's fair. I could film one, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
now, writing scripts, that's another thing. Gotta come up with a compelling story.
Yeah,
you're in a tight spot.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a throwaway tile.
Ooh, rough. Yeah. Well, let's see what's next in store. Our little zigzagger.
Zigzagger.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yep. Okay. I think I'm going to place right here so I can get these 4. Because as I explained, it has to be locked off either by your pieces, the border, or rocks. So the rocks help play a capturing piece in there.
Yes. I think that is what I'm going to do with that one.
Hey, you got a Juan.
Did I?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, look at that.
Little Juan.
Little Juan.
All right, moving on to our next piece. The U. That is fun.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you shouldn't lie.
Well, I'm going to still just... It takes out 2 of my scarabs, but I still...
I think you're fine.
Score
I'm
a lot.
doing well this game.
I get a 4 on this one up here, but then I also get these 2 right here.
So I think what I'm going to do is here, so that gives me 2 3s.
Hey, at least that's something. Oh, man. That stinks,
Yeah.
because you got stuck there with that one.
This isn't a good example of how you don't want to play.
Observe, don't replicate. Perfect. Moving on. Next card.
Most of my life could be summed up that way.
Well. Okay, I'm going to go right here.
Did it for me.
Going to get 2 more 4s.
You know, if we had been playing Tetris, I'd be doing better than you.
Yes, you would. I have made way too many spaces, but all these spaces are working out. And that's the other thing, is like he doesn't want to... this is a kind of a crap spot too.
My whole board's a crap spot. Don't worry about it. My strategy from last time is falling apart around
Hey, that gets you at least 2 3s.
Yeah, it's covering up 2, but...
It's better than covering up 2 and getting nothing, so...
This is true.
Scuba Steve is... he's been spending a lot of time underwater and can't see straight, or at all, I guess, with the amount of fog on those things. Unfortunate. Sorry, moving on to our next piece. The straight line.
This one is what won it for me last time.
Yeah, and this is what will do okay for me this time. I will get a 3, and then I get a 2. Now it's these last pieces that it depends on which one comes out.
This is just a throwaway for me. But that gets it out of the way.
That is the other thing, is like, if you can place a piece, you have to place the piece, even if it is detrimental to your game. So we're gonna move on to our second to last piece. We're doing the T first, which is the one I did not necessarily want, but dang it. Because I don't have any places I can put it other than right there.
I may not be able to actually place it.
Yeah, I have to place it here.
Oh, I can, but it blocks off like
everything else that you have.
Look at this. See my line of scarabs?
Oh, goodbye.
That is the only place it fits.
Oh, that's the worst. We know where our last piece is, our long Z, and
again,
I cannot place.
I can, but observe.
Well, can you flip it anyway? No.
No.
That is literally the only way you can go. Oh, shoot. And that is the round for the game. And at this point, you just tally up how many scarabs you have collected, point value wise, and then come together. So we will quickly do that and get you the final tallied score. All right, after tallying up the scores, we have our final deciding score. Scuba Steve, hit us.
21.
He got 21 points.
Hey Steve, go there to spin on bugs.
His 21 to my 56. So
I got killed.
the last time, like I said, he beat me by at least 6. I thought I was doing good last time, but he still beat me. And obviously, same board, same pieces coming out. It just depends on how you place it.
If you're thinking, ooh, I want to isolate these scarabs over here, or ooh, I want to isolate these ones, and then the next piece comes out and you're like, oh man.
It doesn't play in your favor a lot of times. In this case, every piece did not play in his favor, as you can see. So
if I was playing Dr. Mario, this would have been great.
that is true. Game. Well, there you have it for Scarabyas, whatever, however you pronounce this. If you know how to pronounce it, maybe give me like a phonetics pronunciation down in the comments. But there you have it for Scarabya. Whoop whoop. It was awesome.
What was it?
I had a lot of fun. Scuba Steve over here was, I don't know, trying to snorkel instead of scuba dive. So he couldn't see all the pieces and stuff. Whatever. But if you liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for all future videos that will be coming out. As well as comment below on what you'd like Scuba Steve here to wear next time. Hopefully something with better visibility and vision so that he can do better in his next game. But we will catch you next time on Game Night Tonight.
Bye.